Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I just wanted to make sure that we get started. Adam, well, we'll see what his excuse is when he gets on here. But anyway, but I just wanted to come on and say hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jodine, Dawn. Yay. We have a lot of questions. I know that. Let's start with just a couple of little things I wanted to let you know. One is there is a yoga practice that I have really been enjoying. Her name is Grace. She's on YouTube. She's one of our friends, and she sent me like this really sweet little thing and sent me a couple of links, and I've done it, and I really like it. So I subscribed to her channel, and she has a channel on YouTube, and she's a website. Her information is below. It's Prana Connection. And so that's that. And then we also have our classes starting our classes will be starting a week from Monday. So we'll have our classes starting a week from Monday. And yeah, that should be very exciting. So those are our beginning mediumship classes, and they are below. You can just hit the link, and you can go to also to Debbie, freebirdspirit.com, and just sign up with her. And I think that's the link also, just to sign up with Debbie. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Oh, Valerie, thank you. And I did want to also let you guys know that our fundraiser, we ended up raising $8,100. If you can believe that. It was like 2 days. So we sent a huge donation to AmeriCares. Thanks to all of you guys. Yeah, thank you so much. I can't even tell you how thankful I am. So thank you so much. I was absolutely gobsmacked, as the English would say, gobsmacked. So there you go. Well, I think Adam's getting ready to go here. I don't know. We'll see. I think I startled him. Yeah, so I know, fantastic, right, Flora? So if you're new to Thursday Night Live, yeah, my goal was $1,000. That tells you where my head was at. But yeah, thank you all so much. And we sent it to AmeriCares for the earthquake in Turkey and Syria, and we did our bit. We did our bit. So yeah. So anyway. At the end, if you're new, at the end, I do the name checking, and we do that at the end so we can get started right away. I'm going to go ahead and start with something that I got a viewer asking about. The question won't be up, but I'll just kind of go into it. Was what was going to happen with all of that footage that Kevin McCarthy gave to Tucker Carlson at Fox. I hate even saying his name. Isn't that terrible? I hate even saying his name. But what is going to happen with all that footage? Kind of what did he want it for? What's going on with that? That kind of thing. So let's find out about that, shall we? So let's find out why does Tucker Carlson want this footage, and why did the dumbest man in the world give it to him? What's going on here? What is this? Okay, not liking this. I feel like some may disappear. They want to disappear it. I was not expecting that, actually, because that I would think it would be illegal. Not that they seem to care about what's illegal and not illegal, but it seems like there's something about like getting getting rid of some. Something about exposure, something about exposure. So, and it feels like who's actually exposed, who's in real trouble, who's actually going down, who's going to be, I feel like it's almost like he's trying to do his own detective work in a way. And then spin, which is what I was planning on hearing, was spinning it. So that makes sense. The other, though, that is concerning, that kind of disappearing and getting rid of it. You would think that would not be he wouldn't be able to do that, but these people, they're just so, maybe if the choice is, getting in trouble for getting rid of footage or going to jail for something, I guess you have to, if you're a criminal, you have to decide what is worse, I guess. That's a little bit weird. I didn't expect that. So that's one thing. Okay. All right. So, and let's see why. I feel like McCarthy, he's trying to get help. I feel like he's trying to get help. He's reaching out for help. Gosh, I feel like it's a pressure cooker. I feel like the walls are closing. I do feel like the walls are closing in on these people. I would not want to be in any of their shoes. And it's interesting because it feels like they really think it's going one way. Like they act as if they still have all the power, and they don't. They act as if they still have all the control, and they don't. They have control over nothing, and their attitude is like the mob. It's like, oh, we can get away with it. It's very weird. So either they're knowing something we don't, or they are delusional. And I really think they're delusional. I think they believe, how, we talk about believing your own hype and believing your own nonsense. That's them. They believe their own garbage. They're playing to such a small, minute base. It's just a small, group of people that will believe anything they say. And I think that's, sorry, get sneeze. They think that's everybody, and it's not. It's not everybody. It's just a small fraction of people. And I think they think that's everybody's just going to be that way. And no, that's not what's going to happen. So boy, won't they be surprised. Yeah. So let's see if Adam has a question. Is Adam in the house? Okay. Is Jack Smith shocked about things he is finding in the investigation? Okay, so let's tap into Jack Smith. Moving into the energy of Jack Smith. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. Jack Smith. So I'm getting that he is and he isn't. He's seen this in other countries, but he hasn't seen it here. So it's a shock that it's here, but he's seen this in other countries. He's witnessed this kind of stuff in other countries. So he's shocked that it's actually here, and it made it here. It reared its ugly head here in the United States, but he's not surprised. about this type of corruption. Entertainment purposes only, of course. Sloppy. He thinks it was very sloppy. How brazen and sloppy is how he's seeing it. It was very, he feels like there were lots of loose ends and it was very sloppily done and very like haphazard kind of, but brazen, really, an average person like wouldn't believe it. They would just be like, that's not possible. That couldn't be. But it's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So that's what he's thinking. That's at least that's what I'm getting. That's as much as I'm getting from him. Amazing. How are Ivanka and Jared? He's a real boy. Feeling about being subpoenaed by Jack Smith. How are they feeling about being subpoenaed by Jack Smith, Ivanka, and Jared? So I'm seeing like ducks in a row, getting their ducks in a row. I feel like they're being talked to. Someone's talking to them. I'm trying to get their stories straight, ducks in a row. I feel like they're being told, you can say this, but you can't say this. So somebody's working with them. Clearly like an attorney, but I feel like it's also kind of like a bit almost, I don't want to say threatening, but just a bit like reminding them, like, you can't say this, but you can say this. And almost like kind of like, if this person goes down, we all go down. We're all going down together. It's kind of threatening to me. It feels kind of threatening. So I feel like they might try to get away with not saying very much. And I feel like Jared's worried about money. He's worried about them looking at money, seeing money. I wonder if it's that Saudi Arabian thing that happened. He's really, really worried about money being looked at or seen, dug up. So he's really worried about that. I feel like she kind of wishes she could cut ties or something. I feel like she's a little more cut off. Like she doesn't want to, like, oh, I just wish we could just get away from this or get away from this person. But I feel like they're both kind of in a very, very sticky situation, who to think, but they're in a very tight box. They can only maneuver so much and only say so much, only do so much. I feel like they're really in a really a tight, going to be walking a tightrope, because they wobble this way, they're going to get in trouble with, Jack Smith. They get lie or something like that. They wobble this way. They're going to get in trouble with whatever, the dad, the mob, whatever, their weirdo family. So I feel like it's really, they're not in a really hard position. So that's how they feel. But I feel like threats, even or threatening, that kind of, be ashamed if something happened to your house, or that kind of, you can't say this. You definitely can't say this. And, remember that, that you have exposure this way or whatever. It's very unreal, that we're talking about this stuff about people that were actually in our government, because they sound like a bunch of just criminals. Mob stuff. So, crime family. Okay. Was Fonnie Willis annoyed that the foreperson went public and legally started blabbing about the grand jury? And so it was so odd. Adam was amused. He thought it was hilarious, but I was just thinking, "Oy, why is she doing this? She is just too much." So Fonnie Willis. Yes, she was. I feel like she was in front of a judge. I feel like she maybe even tried to get her to somehow, I don't know, shut it down or stop talking or something. Gag order, maybe. Or maybe she'll go in front of a judge. For whatever reason, they're showing me her in front of a judge, Fonnie Willis in front of a judge. Or maybe in the future she'll request something or something like that. But she was not happy. But I feel like it's not, it isn't going to hurt anything. I feel like it was just more, not unprofessional. I feel like it could open up things or open them up to things or something. And something about the professionalism or not it's almost like the look of it. It's not good. It looks bad. It makes the system look bad or something like that. So she was not happy, but it doesn't feel like she thinks there's anything she said that was, would hurt the case or something like that. But yeah, so that's she was quite entertaining. Odd little girl. Odd little gal. It was weird. And anybody who'd want to shake Giuliani's hand, I'm like, ugh. Okay, what motivated the foreperson to come forward? Money. I'm getting money. Somebody told her she could get paid. She could get paid if she talked about this. It was an opportunity. She's kind of an opportunist. And I also feel like she is, well, I mean, I guess we could tell that, you don't have to be psychic to know this, but I'm thinking of also that she's a little bit unsophisticated about this kind of stuff. And she hasn't had a lot of opportunities in her life, which is kind of sad, but I feel like she just thought, hey, this is my moment. This is my gravy train and I'm jumping on. I feel like she did talk to, I feel like she did talk to somebody to make sure she didn't do or say anything wrong. So I feel like she was responsible enough to do that, but I feel like it was motivated by, this was my opportunity. This was an opportunist. Emily Coors, the foreperson, suggested there were more than a dozen indictments recommended by the grand jury. She wouldn't name names. Will Kim? Well, I've said that, and this, I I've said on the channel that it would be more than 12, more than a dozen is what they told me. And in the end, it may be more than 20. So, and this is with all the cases. And I kept thinking, is that charges or is that people? But I felt like it was people. Now the over 20, that may be charges, but I still feel like it's people. So I don't remember all of the people that were in that thing, but I saw. I'll tell you who was highlighted for me. Okay, so I'll tell you who was highlighted. There were some people that I was like, I have no idea who this is or anything. They felt more like attorney, that kind of feel to them. Lindsey Graham was one of the people that came up for me, and they could be highlighted for different reasons, but these people came up. Gozart, Gomert, all those guys, and then Trump, of course, the man of the hour, but also what's his name? I can't think of his name. The guy who starts with the M, not McCarthy, but the guy that his main guy that was on the phone also. He's like whatever he was, his secretary, Meadows. Yeah, Meadows came up as well. And overall, like that lawyer came up, like for January 6th, I saw like that Biggs guy. Oh, Rudy as well came up. Rudy came up. That Scott Perry, that guy came up. I can't say their names without making a face or making a voice. Scott Perry, Rudy Giuliani. Basically all those guys that were at the ellipse on the January 6th. But then that lawyer guy, think of his name, the guy that was the architect or whatever, that doofusy guy, there were just a bunch. And I'm like, all of these people are going to be, I even saw something with Matt Gaetz coming back up. So he's done something. So I really feel like, in thinking of McCarthy giving all that footage to Tucker as though Tucker's this brainiac, which he's not, giving it to him as though he's going to do something. Eastman, thank you, Eastman. I just think it's a Hail Mary. It's trying to just somehow not get half of the Congress kicked out because they're all a bunch of criminals. So that's the way I'm seeing it. And, I think that we are a little bit shell-shocked because of the way the Mueller thing was kind of thwarted by Barr, even though it did say all the things we said it said. That there were grounds to get him for, obstruction and all those things. And it did say he did maybe not said the word collude, but he did work with Russia to get in there. His people did, and whatever. And there were a lot of people arrested, but I think that accompanied with when he got in on the 2016, it was such a shock. And so I think that those things combined have made us really overly worried and overly nervous. And I just think it's all here. And these guys, the party's over. They are screwed. And it's not only that, it's on tape. It's on, text messages. It's on email. It's everywhere. And so these people are screwed. They're done. And I just think that it's a matter of just waiting for the paperwork to come in, waiting for the paperwork to be filled out, and then and the trials to begin. And we've already kind of seen with what we can expect with the charges that have been laid down with like the Proud Boys and those people that this was, and I keep hearing the words conspiracy, fraud, things like that associated, that the kind of charges that are coming, even espionage. I'm even getting espionage. So those are the kind of things we're going to keep hearing, is like conspiracy to this, conspiracy to that, obstruction. That's another one. Fraud, like fraudulent, whatever. And then we're going to see even some espionage things coming. So that's what I'm getting, and that's what I've been getting. And to me, it kind of comes like in just like a lot of names and a lot of things. But it's all of these trials coming up, all of these charges coming up there. It's all coming. It's all coming. It's coming. So there you are. I just made your night. I made your weekend. Entertainment purposes only. Of course, entertainment purposes only. We don't know. Just the voices in my head. Chattering away. Bigly indictments. Exactly. And I do feel like it's just going to be this rolling thing. Like once it starts, it's just like this thing that's just like, it just rolls and just rolls and just rolls. And there really isn't any stopping it. Fox is just going to be like, and it's just going to go. And so there you go. Okay. Why did Tucker Carlson want the footage from January 6th? What are his plans? We did that while you were gone, Adam. We did that while you were, whatever you were doing, fuffing about. That's okay. That's all right. Even the best of them make a mistake. Have a day now and then. Remember that idiot DeJoy? Yes, I remember him. Postmaster General from the Trump days. When will he finally be gone? I don't know, because I mean, I've seen him like at different points, like, oh, I feel like he's going to be going. Oh, I feel like he's going to be going. And now I don't trust. I don't know. So let me just look. I'm going to just look and see what I see. Because at one point I felt like he might leave around the holidays for whatever reason, as a gift to us. But, So I'm not gonna say a month, because I don't trust it, but I feel like it is going to be this year. It'll be before 2024, so I think it's 2023. I was just asking why it took so long and why it's been so weird. And they just said bureaucracy and chairs changing, or changing chairs. So I don't remember how the system works, but it's something about chairs changing, or changing chairs or something. So something about bureaucracy and the changing of chairs.
So, yeah, I think that's right. My understanding is it's not something that Biden or any president can individually like mandate. It's a group of people on sort of like the Postmaster board, and they have to vote him out. And Biden has been trying to replace those people. And so it's taken time until he can basically get a majority to force DeJoy to leave. So that actually makes sense, because I think there was something like, let's say, 6 seats, and 4 of those were conservatives and wouldn't vote to get him out, and Biden's been working on doing that.
Okay.
He got in. So.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense then. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So the chair. So yeah, he's trying. He's trying. Because I don't feel like he wants him there. He really likes him. He thinks he's a great guy. I don't get that at all. So that makes sense. So he's working on it. I'm very frustrated with how slowly our government works. But that's just, I guess that's the way it is. Okay, well, the GOP, and I'm a pretty patient person, but I am a little annoyed with the slowness of everything. Will the GOP raise the debt ceiling before they cause damage and a crisis? Oh, God, they're such drama queens. We know what they're going to try to make it all about them and get all the attention and whatever. You know that they will, just because they're big babies. Okay, so let me look at. So I'm seeing like meetings happening. I'm seeing that round table with everybody around the table. So there will be meetings about, and trying to come to a consensus. I'm getting chills with that. I feel like this is really interesting. I don't know what will happen between now and whenever they do this, but it feels like we want to look like we know we can be trusted. We want to look like we're doing our job. So something has happened where they want to look good. So I feel like they will put it through, or they will go through without a kind of a crisis. But I feel like there will be like meetings and stuff about it. But I'm wondering what's going to happen between now and then, because it feels like something is going to happen between now and then that it's like, we want to look like competent, basically. So that's very interesting. Anyway, okay, so yeah, so I do think they will get it through, actually, without being the drama queens that they are, and get it through without a crisis. I do feel like there will be negotiations, so just like a normal thing, but it feels like they actually do it because they don't want to be seen as the ones holding up or being dysfunctional or that kind of thing. So interesting. It was weird the way that came through. It's just note to self. Will a Democrat ever win Ted Cruz's Senate seat? He's just the worst. I know he is the worst. I have to say, the last couple of cycles, I felt very weird about Texas and Florida's I felt very weird about whether about the corruption in their governments, basically. Yeah, so that's that's what I'm a little bit worried about with them. So something's weird, especially in Florida. Something's weird. I was talking to somebody who remained nameless, but they're in Florida, and they said, there are so many Democrats here. It's weird that they keep voting in all of these weird Republicans. So, but anyway, but I'm getting the same thing, that there's just something weird with the government, that there's kind of an old boys club. They don't let other people in. There's, fraudy kind of stuff going on for entertainment purposes only. And so that's what I keep getting. So will a Democrat ever win Ted Cruz's Senate seat? It's interesting. I feel like he may do something else. I feel like he might not run again for some reason. I'm not sure why. I just heard lobby. He might lobby or something. I feel like there might be some kind of other thing that he decides to do. Washing his hands. I just heard washing his hands. So it may get that the party gets so like tainted. Some people just start like leaving, getting out of town, doing other stuff. But I heard lobby. So he may become a lobbyist, which would be perfect for him because he's so annoying. But that's what I heard was lobby, or maybe he'll work in a hotel lobby. He'll get a job in a hotel lobby and he'll leave us alone. Yeah, I don't know. I just heard that though. I heard lobby and I felt like he may not run at all. So, sweet. Either way, good with me. If we get rid of him, it's good. Towel boy, exactly. All right. Speaking of running, Christina wants to know what's in Josh Hawley's future. No, we're running. Well, I think a valet. He could be a great valet with the legs on him and running. Will he continue to run? Let's find out. Okay. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Speaking of Josh Hawley. Speaking of delusional, he may run for president or something. I feel like he thinks he is just he thinks he's the best and he is the worst. But I know that he was very affected by that footage, that he really was angry at Liz Cheney for that and thought she really hurt him, it hurt his image by doing that. Hey, Josh Hawley, let's see what's going on with him. I think he might lose his seat, actually. Because I'm seeing a woman come in to his seat. So he may lose his seat. So he may run, but he may lose his seat because I feel like a woman is going to come in. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Josh Hawley. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Is Melania still with Trumpty Dumpty, or did she give him the old heave ho? Away you go. Yes, exactly. Let's see. I feel like she's still around, but I feel like they've lived. I feel like they live separately, and I feel like they live very separate lives. It's contractual. There's something about it. It's all about money with these people. I'm telling you, it's not some big giant mystery. It's all about just money and money and money. And I feel like there's some sort of contractual kind of thing. And I feel like this is going to sound so gross, but it's clear. It's also just him. He sees her as an asset. And so I feel like they keep sweetening the deal to keep her around. They think people just love Melania. So I feel like they keep her around and they keep kind of getting her to stick around. But I feel like they live completely separate lives. They're not really together. They kind of do their own thing. Thank you, Patty. They kind of do their own thing and just kind of every once in a while cross this, walk on the same carpet sometimes. Yeah, that's what I get. I've gotten that for a long time, that they just kind of live separate lives. And they're connected at the dollar bill, basically. That's how they're connected. Okay. Just wanted to thank Monica Lilick, Intuit Club member for 14 months. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, our Intuit Club's been going for a while. And please join if you'd like to. We just had a really fun movie club night with Chocolat. And our next movie club movie is Field of Dreams. And it's when we watch secular movies, but we pull out the spiritual messages out of them. It's really fun. We do trivia and we just chat, and it's really a good time. And then we do, then I do mini readings. I did about 90 minutes last night with mini readings for people. So it's a lot of fun. Good times, good times. And you just hit the join button on any video if you want to join. We'd love to have you. Yeah, chocolate night was super sweet. I know, and I've been eating chocolate ever since. So there you go. Okay, where did the Trump water come from? He probably dipped it in the Ohio water and bottled it up and just here you go. Trump water come from that he brought for Ohio people. Yeah. Will we discover it was made in China? Probably. Or made in Ohio. Probably. Trump water. Yeah. That was so, Adam can tell you, I was just beside myself that he did that. I thought, how dare he show his face when we all know that he was one of the causes of that wreck. That he has the nerve to show just the gaslighting. The gaslighting is the most annoying thing. I find it so irritating, and I can't wait till these people are just gone and done, and this is all done. But yeah, I really thought Democrats needed to be louder about that. I did see people that just finally yell at somebody, so I was glad about that. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm going to as soon as I get off. But he's great. I mean, he's a great, he's great at the comebacks. So hopefully he will get out there and start, getting the truth out there. But yeah, the nerve of him going out there and throwing his weight around, literally. Okay, so what was Trump doing in Ohio? Yeah, just making it hard for Biden. That's what I'm getting. And also it's a swing. He sees it as a swing to, as if he's going to be running for president. I mean, maybe he will. I've never seen that. If he does, he's going to lose again. If he couldn't win when he had the post office, the DOJ, everybody running for him, I mean, he had every advantage and then some, plus cheating, and he still lost the popular vote again, and he lost again. So he will just lose again, which is fine. I guess that's fine, but I've never seen him or DeSantis running. So we will see. It's fine with me if he does. I would be happy to be wrong because it's going to be just a huge embarrassment. And yeah, it'll be just a huge embarrassment. So where did the Trump water come from? Trump Tower, probably. I don't know. I'm not getting where it's coming from, but it's probably been sitting around in his gross basement with all of the documents for like 20 years or whenever he did that on The Apprentice. So he's probably just had it sitting around and thought, well, I could go out and use that Trump water. You know how he thinks. I mean, he probably had a bunch of it left over. I'm surprised he didn't charge for it. He probably did. Thank you, Celtic Sea, for 14 months of good times. Thank you. Hey. 2012. Exactly, like 20 years ago. That's probably where it came from. Was his or whatever, 11 years ago. It probably came from his basement somewhere. He probably had somebody drag it out and just some way to get rid of it. Because he doesn't throw anything out. We know that. Will the Electoral College ever get changed so we can have a real democracy where the popular vote matters? Gosh, exactly. We did I wouldn't say a channeling, but we did like a contacting of Benjamin Franklin on Debbie's Friday show. And that was the one thing he said. He said a lot of things, but that was one thing he said was we have to get rid of the Electoral College. Have to. It won't be fair until we do. So, will we ever get it? Yes. I heard clear as day, yes. I want to say around 2026 or something, 25, 26, something like that. I feel like it'll be in the middle of the next 4 years of the Biden administration. I feel like it will be somewhere in there. Oh, that would be so great. That'll be so great. Yeah. Yeah. It came from the golden toilet. It probably did. Because they're so funny. Oh my gosh. Is Rupert Murdoch worried about the 1.6 billion Dominion case against Fox? Is he worried about Smartmatic and other cases that might follow? So I just heard offshore. So he's moving things offshore. That's how worried he is. He's starting to move stuff around. I've seen like a whole revamp of that channel. And I feel like he's going to be gone. Either he passes away or he retires or something. Because it feels like the whole thing is just redone. And I feel like there's more is going to come out. More stuff that's going to damage them as a network is going to come out in these trials. So because it just feels like people are leaving, he's gone, and it's different. It's just kind of run differently. It's not the same. Yeah, I'm getting chills with that. So there's going to be like a whole kind of revamp of the network, and he's going to be gone. So, and it's more than you were asking, but yes, he's worried because he's moving things offshore. I keep getting offshore. So he's moving things around to try to keep his money safe, because that's what he cares about. So, would Putin ever seriously consider the nuclear option? So I feel like there was a point that he was like seriously considering it. I think we may have even talked about it, because I could feel that he was. I feel like he's been talked out of it, but I feel like there's some kind of almost like a smaller, more a smaller, more targeted thing that he still talks about or thinks about. I don't think he'll do it. I feel like there's people around him saying, no, you don't want to do that, that it would be too devastating to like places around that area. There's too many unknowns, that kind of thing. But I feel like there's something that there's an idea that he has it's cuckoo crazy, but it's almost like it's more targeted, and it's like that could work. And I feel like people are like, no, don't do that. So I feel like I don't think he'd actually do it. I think he'd be stopped, and I think there'd be not only people around him stopping him, but I also feel like and have always felt there would be divine intervention in something like that. Some people have said like ETs would intervene, but I always felt like there would be divine intervention at that point. But I don't feel like he would actually do it. I feel like there are, like I said, I feel like there's something that he keeps saying, like, we could just do this. That seems like a smaller type of a thing, but it would still be a nuclear thing. So but I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna put those vibes out there and say I don't think he would do it. Yeah. What's in store for John Fetterman? People are worried about him. Yeah, I worry about him too. Let's see what's going on with him. Like I feel like he's actually getting really good care, and I feel like I keep seeing like medication. So I feel like they're finding a medication that is good for him. And it's like multi-pronged. So I feel it's probably like, medication and counseling. And it's because I feel like there's a few things that he's going to be doing that are going to keep him doing well. And I feel like his family is very, very supportive of him. He is good. He has a lot of really good, solid support around him. And a lot of this is, I feel like it is related to like family, like maybe family history, but also to his, to physically feeling not good. And I feel like that's kind of led into the depression. Like I thought I would feel better. I would feel more myself by now, that kind of thing. And also the feeling of like, will I ever be normal again? Will I ever feel exactly like I did before? Will I ever be able to do this or do that? And his recovery it's like the recovery is just really slow, and he wasn't seeing the progress that he felt like he should be seeing. So I feel like it was like a double whammy. So it's like there's a history of it in his family or something. So it's like biological that way. And then there was also the stroke and feeling like I'm not making any progress. I'm not making, why am I not making progress? I need to make progress, that kind of thing. So, but I feel like he's got a lot of really good support. So I'm actually really hopeful looking at him now. And I feel like there's like I said, a multi-pronged approach. So it's several things in the works, and then he has a really good support system. So I think it's pretty hopeful. Happy Friday to Irene and our other friends from Australia. It's almost the weekend. Yay! Happy Friday. Did anybody want to know about the Murdoch case, Adam?
As far as I can tell, nobody asked about that.
You just let me know in the chat if you want to know about that case or if you don't care.
Okay. There is
I thought I saw something earlier. What's that?
There's another one similar to that I was going to ask, but
okay.
Yeah, maybe they can type if they're okay. Yes, apparently. Well,
okay.
Janice does anyway.
Okay, because I can do just like a little thing about the Murdoch case. I'm gonna I need to look it up because I know a little bit about that. I feel like we heard about it a long time ago. So this must have taken a long time or a while to get to trial or something. Or it's just like it's a multi-layered story or something. Because I remember hearing about it like a boat thing with him or something. So, okay. So I'm going to look at him and, this is definitely for entertainment purposes only. I don't usually look at like cases, but this is just one that I'm like, it's on trial and stuff. So it's not like I'm going to see anything about the actual case. He's shocked he was caught. He's shocked he's on trial. He's shocked that he's paying a price of some kind. So this must have been a lot, like getting away with things for a long time. He feels like he's good at fooling people. I feel like there might be some okay, I'm just going to get what I think that I'm feeling. I don't think he's ever going to get out of jail, to be honest. But I feel like there might be some, it's almost like this part or this case isn't the end of it. Like it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. I feel like there's lots of, so I don't know if there's more like charges coming or more charges for him or something, but or if he does something else or something, but I just feel like he never gets out of jail. But I don't know what all. I feel like it may not go exactly how people think, but I feel like he'll never get out of jail. So there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. He's never going to get out of jail for entertainment purposes only. But he seems very, when I clue into him, he seems like I get away with everything. No one will ever believe this. I mean, he really thinks that he can just fool everybody. And I think he has for a long time. So, his embezzled millions from his law firm. Yeah, I feel like he just won't get out of jail. But there are a lot of people like that, they eventually, I mean, look at Weinstein, right? He's just got tacked on another like 19 years and he was untouchable for the longest time. So, never say never. It will catch up to you eventually, even if you're a rich white man. Guess what? Weinstein, exactly. Oh gosh. Oh, so a lot of people have died. Okay. Wow. My gosh. Okay. Oh, there's a last question. Okay. Sorry. Drum roll. I don't know. That was a really weird drum roll. Is Trump worried about the Eugene Carroll case? She has a draft with his how to say this stuff. Will that be proven? Yes. Okay. Yes. Ew. So gross. I actually feel like she's gonna prevail. I feel like she's gonna get what she wants. There's something about this that feels like because I'm feeling her satisfied with what comes out. So I feel like she gets whatever it is that she wants out of this. I feel like she gets what she wants. That's what it feels like. So, and you know what? She deserves it for the way that she has, good for her for not letting this go and just going. I can't imagine the awful threats and things and all the people that, have said awful things about her. Good. Yeah, she's a victim. So good for her. But it feels like she's going to get what she wants. She's going to be happy with the end result. So, okay, everybody. So we will name check people now, and I will thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and hanging out tonight on Thursday Night Live. I think it was very fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Come join our club. Come do our class. Our class is the beginning mediumship. So if you're interested, there are some spots. The information's I already put it in the chat. Check out Grace's new channel, and it's always fun to get on, the ground floor of a new channel. Thank you, Truth. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's always fun to just to congratulate people on their channel, and they get excited because they get, people coming, and just, it's always just nice to see people doing what they should be doing. And so she's doing yoga and she's good at it, and her name's Grace, and she's a sweet lady. So give her some love. And so I will talk to you guys very soon. I'll try to get a video out next week and talk about some politics, because it just seems like stuff is coming fast and furious now. So thanks, Adam. Thanks for showing up finally. Thank you for squeezing us into your schedule. All right. Of petting Luca and watching whatever Bruce Willis movies or whatever you're doing. Okay, so all right. So Adam, thank you, Adam. Thanks so much. Genealogy Junkie, Linda Burchell. Thanks for coming out. Anita Garolo, Nancy D, Cynthia Pierce, Truth, thank you for the donation as well. Thank you so much. It's in the music, Diana, thank you. Hilda Flores, Butterfly Kisses Healing, Kimmy G, Lori Sinclair, Spirits Beyond the Stars, Irene A, T-Barb, C. Douglas, Daisy Girl Squeaker, Hilda Flores, Sterling Roses, Mother of Three Gotcha, Cosmic Toga Party, Carol Michael, Swillen Hunter, Glenda Setter, that's what it is. Raquel Hartley, Brenda R, Roxanne M, thank you. Lisa S, Cheryl Nash McIsaac, Pamela Stevens, Shelley S, Annie Simone, Eileen Ramsey, thank you so much. Chris Wickens, Christina Ibarra. Oh, and I have a new show with Kevin the Healing Medium, so check that out as well. Our first episode it's all about NDEs, and our first episode was on the channel. So if you like near-death experiences, it's there. Margarita Romero, Sparky, hi Sparky, Kindred Spirit, thank you so much. Sweetie Darling Lulu, C. Douglas, Sterling Roses, Spiritual Seeker 583, Bruce Willis movies, Sue Ellen Hunter. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Teresa Baltazar, Shelley S., Lucretia Valdez. Thanks so much, guys. Hilda Flores, Carrie G. If I say the same names over again, sorry, I just get kind of on a roll and I have to just go. Kindred Spirit, Roxanne M., Tina C., Sweetie Darling Lulu, Steph S., thank you, Linda Sherrill, Trish 6704, Cass Calderon, thanks so much, Indivisible San Francisco, thank you, Mary Weatherhead, Mary Weatherhead, Lightworks, John of New, thanks. John of New and I are doing a thing on his channel pretty soon about love and fear. Love and fear. Sweet Darling Lulu, Christy Kincaid, Just Visiting, Happy Girl, Nancy, Palma Stevens, Valerie Harris, Stephanie Staley, Lynn LeGlaire. Thanks so much, everybody. Sue Helen Hunter, Delilah Gillis, Patty Olson, Georgia King, Awakening with Susan, Trish 607, Palma Stevens. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'll back up here and see if there's anybody. Okay. I think I got everybody that wanted to be checked, unless there's more coming in. Let me see. Lynn McGlair. Okay. Sue Ellen Hunter, Delilah Gillis, Patty Olson, Ray Weatherhead, Georgia King. Hello. Awakening with Susan, Trish 6704, Pamela Stevens, Georgia Peach, Ethereal Material. Thank you, Sandra in Connecticut. Thanks. Margarita Romero, Georgia King, Delilah Gillis, Glimmerera. Good night. Jess R. Thank you so much. Linda Aragon. Yeah. Margarita Romero, Pomeli Stevens. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'll wait for a second and then I'm going to take off. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope to see you guys again soon. Meriwether Don Broadbent. Me. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon at Lynn LeGlaire. Good night, everybody. Join the club if you want to hang out. I'll see you guys soon. Gretchen Jack is Carol Lamb. Thank you. See if there's anybody else. Oh, wait, one more minute. Just our Leslie. Thank you. Did I say that right? Gretchen Jackim McSec. Jackim McSec. Okay. All right. Leslie, thank you, everybody. Good night. Oh, Darlene K. That's the last one.